Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Lacy Bay Designs. On this tutorials, I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful basque waist top with a palazzo trousers. So let's get started. So these are the materials I'll be needing for my tutorials: my lycra fabric, chalk, scissors, my satin fabric, my interlining, tape measure, and then ruler. Okay, so the bust measurement I'll be using is bust 38 divided by 4 will give me 9.5 plus 4 inches, that is 2 inches as my sewing allowance and then 2 inches as my dart allowance, making 13.5. Great. So because it's an off shoulder dress, I'll be okay, so this is my 13.5, and because it's an off shoulder dress, I'll be starting from the chest. So from shoulder to chest, I'll be taking away 7 inches. So I'll start from 7 inches downwards to the nipple, 12 inches. Okay, to under bust, 16 inches, and then to waist, 18.5. Please, allowance has been added. Same thing on the other side as well, 12 inches, 16 inches, and then 18.5. Okay, so please, when you watch the waistline, it's a basque waistline. You could see the front is kinda U shape. So I'll be extending the center front for about 7 inches. Okay, so as you can see, I am connecting my point. Afterwards, I'll indicate my dart. I realize my chalk and then the fabric are the same. So when I'm done, I will mark out with a white chalk so that you would know what, or you would see what I'm talking about. So I extended the front downwards 7 inches and then connected it to the side of the pieces. Okay, so my dart interval 4 inches, and then I'll move away 1 inch and then 1 inch again. That interval is 2 inches, sorry. Okay, so on the chest line, nipple to nipple 8 inches, and then my dart interval 2 inches. Then I'll indicate the center for the 2 inches. Afterwards, I'll connect the points. Okay, so I'm extending the dart to where the V shape was marked, like this. That's interval 2 inches. Afterwards, I'll indicate the middle. Afterwards, I will connect the points. Afterwards, I'm going to draw out with a white chalk for you to know what I'm talking about. Great, so this is it. Okay, so I'm about to shape the front bust area. Now I brought the tape measure down about 2.5. Then I connected it to the chest line like this, closer to the dart. Okay, I'll cut out and then cut the back as well. Please, I'll be cutting 2 of the front and then 2 of the back. 1 will serve as lining and then 1 will serve as my working pieces. After cutting out, I'll then cut out the back. Okay, so I'll fold the V shape inwards like this, place it on the pieces, and then cut out. I need to arrange it well so that it lies flat or exactly on the line. Okay, so I'll be cutting out. After cutting out the pieces, both the working pieces and then the lining. I'll then cut out my interfacing or interlining. That is my scuba fabric. Sorry. Great. So this is what I have after cutting out the darts and then cutting out my lining pieces and then on the scuba fabric for the interlining. I'll then go ahead and then join the scuba fabric onto my working pieces. That's the satin. I'll join it together and then join the darts. Afterwards, I will join the lining pieces separate. Okay, so as you can see, I have opened it this way and then place it on the scuba fabric like this. I will then place the side of the front onto it. Go ahead and then sew the darts upwards. We're doing the same thing on the other side. Great. So this is what I have after sewing the darts for the working pieces. I'll then do the same thing on the lining pieces. Okay, afterwards I'm going to shape the armhole and then shape the back pieces as well. Okay, so since it's going to be lacing, there will be no zip allowance. I will then place it, making sure it matches with the center front. Okay, so I'll be shaping the armhole. I then moved from the center front, coming in was 7 inches. Then I came down 5 inches. Okay, so I drew my armhole curve like this and then cut out. Okay, so after cutting out the armhole curve, I will then make sure the back side faces the front side. So make sure the side and side matches. I will then slope from the armhole area of the back downwards to the back side where they'll be lacing, about 2 inches. Okay, then I'll cut out like what I have done. Okay, so at this point I am going to create casings. I'm going to create casings onto the bust or the dart lines. I'll be doing the same thing for the back pieces where I'll be lacing or where I'll be creating my eyelet by cutting out the interlining, that's the scuba. So I'll cut one for one side and then cut one for the other side. Great, so this is what I have after creating the casings on the front. Okay, I did the same thing for the back like this. Now the next thing to do is to go ahead and then place the lining onto the working pieces and then sew the chest line and then top stitching. So this is what I have after sewing the lining onto the working pieces. I'll then go ahead and then place the back pieces onto it like this and then shape it according to the person's measurements. Bust 38 and then waist 31 like this. Okay, so this is what I have after sewing the side and side and then trimming off all the excess or the unwanted pieces around. This is what I have. The next thing to do is to go ahead and then insert in the bones for all the casings I created. I'm about to cut the sleeves as well with the rest of the pieces left. Okay, so I add 30 by 28 inches. Okay, I'll be dividing it into two since it's on fold. So after dividing, I'll then fold it and then shape the armhole. Okay. Okay, so I came back 3 inches, then I came down for about 6 inches. Afterwards, I drew my armhole curve. I'll then cut out. After cutting out, I'll be creating a casing for both the top and then the down of the sleeves. So I will double fold the edges like this and then top stitch. Okay, so this is what I have after inserting the bones into the casings I created. The next thing to do is to go ahead and then bind the waistline connecting to the back waist with my bias. So this is the sleeves after creating the casing and then inserting the elastic band. I'll then fold it and then go and sew down to secure one side or the side of the pieces. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and then join it to the top. Okay, so as you can see, I'm fixing in the sleeves to the top. Afterwards, I'll cut out the trousers. Okay, so the hip measurement for my client is hip 44 divided by 4 give me 11 plus 2.5 as my crotch extension and then allowance, making 13.5. So I came down from the waist to the crotch area 11 inches. Sorry, there will be band, so I came down 10 inches instead. Then I connected it with my ruler. So crotch extension 2 inches. So when I sew half an inch, it will be 2.5. So I then did the same thing on the waistline and then connected it with a straight line like this. So I'll draw a small curve or a very light curve, not too curvy, at the crotch area like this. Trousers length for my client is 42, but I made it 44. So by the time I'll be done with the sewing allowances, I'll get exactly 42. So I marked out 44. So after marking out, I will then cut out. To cut the back as well. Okay, please, at this point, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, kindly do so, and then press the notification bell to notify you anytime I upload any video. Okay, so this is the back. I extended the crotch line for the back 3 inches, and then extended the crotch line at the waist area 2 inches. I then brought it down and then curved it. Okay, so I came back. That is 2 inches now, and then curved it very lightly. Okay, so afterwards I raised the back about 1 inch and then connected it to the side of the front. The material is very stretchy, so I find it difficult when ruling a line. Okay, so this is all I'll be having for the back. I will then cut out. Great, so this is what I'll be having after cutting out the front and then the back. I will then open the back, making sure the right side faces me, and then I'll place the front side, making sure the right sides of each faces each other like this. After doing that, I'll go ahead and then sew 1 inch at both sides. So I'll sew 1 inch from the waist to the hem of the trousers at both sides. Great, so this is what I have after sewing at both sides. I then open it and then spread it like this, making sure right side faces each other. I'll then go ahead and then shape it according to my client's measurements. Waist is 31 and then hip is 44. After shaping to my client's measurements, I'll then go ahead and then sew along, leaving about 10 inches at the back, like unsewed, as in from the waist downwards about 10 inches. That is where I'll fix my zip. Great, so this is what I have after shaping according to my client's measurements, like this. I'll then go ahead and then finish the down part of the trousers. I'll go ahead and sew 1/2 inch from one side to the other side and then finish the hem area. Great, so this is what I have after sewing the hem area and then finishing the crotch area. The next thing to do is to go ahead and then cut a long band to be attached to the waist area. So the width of the band will be like 2 inches, and then the length is going to be the measurement all around the waist. I'll then go ahead and place the right side of the band onto the wrong side of my trousers and sew 1/2 inch all along, and then bring my band to the right side of the trousers, fold in and then top stitch. Afterwards, I'll fix my zip. Great, so this is what I have after fixing the band and then fixing the zip as well. Then our dress is ready. Okay, so at this point, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, kindly do so and then press the notification bell to notify you anytime I upload any video. Let's fit it on a dummy with beading. So I went ahead to bead to make it, like, to embellish it. Yeah. See you all in our next video. Bye.